Right now, millions of people are hitting play at the exact same second, and almost none of that data travels across the ocean to reach them. Here's the problem that should break everything. On a big premiere night, streaming can eat a huge share of all internet traffic flowing on Earth. If Netflix tried to serve every viewer from one central location, the pipes would melt instantly. Something clever has to be happening underneath. So how does one company feed a video to hundreds of millions of screens without the whole thing collapsing into a frozen loading wheel? Netflix has around 300 million paid memberships worldwide, and each account can stream on multiple devices. That means the real number of simultaneous streams during peak hours climbs into the tens of millions. Serving that from a single data center is physically impossible, so they don't even try. The secret starts with a decision made long before you ever press play. Netflix doesn't wait for demand, it predicts it. Every night, when your region is asleep, Netflix pushes copies of the most popular shows out toward you. Their algorithms guess what your area will binge tomorrow based on watch history and trends. By morning, the video is already sitting nearby, waiting. This is called prepositioning, and it's the whole trick. But sitting nearby means something very specific. The show isn't in a distant cloud. It's tucked inside a box in a building close to your home. That box is called an Open Connect appliance. Netflix builds these custom servers and ships them, for free, straight into internet providers' networks. There are thousands of them installed in over 1,000 cities across the globe. Each one is basically a hard drive full of shows, parked right next to you. So when you hit play, your request doesn't sprint across an ocean. It hops a short distance to the nearest box, and the video pours back. This idea has a name, a content delivery network, or CDN. Instead of one giant origin, you spread thousands of copies everywhere and let people grab the closest one. Netflix's CDN is so specialized, it's their own private version. Distance is latency's enemy, and they've basically deleted the distance. But getting the file close is only half the battle. The internet connection itself is constantly shifting. Fast 1 second, choppy the next. So Netflix chops every show into tiny chunks, just a few seconds long, encoded at many different quality levels. Your player constantly measures your speed and grabs the best chunk it can handle right now. Bandwidth drops? It quietly fetches lower quality pieces so the video never stops. This is adaptive bitrate streaming. Now here's the wildest part, and it's about the video file itself. One movie isn't stored as one file, and there's a whole science to how those chunks are compressed. Netflix analyzes each title scene by scene and gives it a custom encoding recipe. A simple cartoon and a chaotic action sequence get treated completely differently. This per title tuning can slash the data needed by roughly 20% with no visible quality loss. Your player picks the version that fits your connection right now, and it switches on the fly as your speed changes. Behind the scenes, Netflix runs mostly on rented cloud servers from Amazon Web Services. But those servers barely touch your video. They handle logins, recommendations, billing, and the apps buttons. The actual heavy video, that flows from Open Connect. They split the brain from the muscle. Netflix even studies each scene. A calm, dark frame needs far less data than a chaotic explosion, so why spend the same bits on both? This design is why Netflix can survive a massive premiere. When millions hit play at once, the load spreads across thousands of local boxes instead of one target. No single point has to carry everyone. The crowd is quietly divided into thousands of tiny crowds you never see. But storage and files are only half the battle. The real test is chaos, everyone hitting play at the same moment. To make sure it all holds, Netflix famously breaks its own systems on purpose. Tools nicknamed the Simian Army randomly shut down servers in production to expose weak points. If the whole thing can survive being deliberately attacked from the inside, it can survive a Friday night premiere. Chaos becomes a safety test. And here's the mindset that makes it bulletproof. Netflix assumes parts of its own system will break at any moment. Put it all together and one number gets shocking. Netflix's global network can push tens of terabits of video every single second at peak. That's the equivalent of millions of songs streaming simultaneously, all flowing out of boxes hiding in cities near you. It's one of the largest content systems humanity has ever built. So when a request fails, another server silently takes over. You never see the switch, you just see the next second of the show. The next time a show starts instantly, remember the real sequence. Predict what you'll watch, ship it close overnight, chop it into adaptive chunks, and spread the crowd across thousands of boxes. Distance deleted, load divided, failure rehearsed. That's how one play button serves a planet. Netflix doesn't beat scale with one giant machine. It beats it by hiding the movie right next door before you ask.